Hello, everybody. Luna here once again with another episode of This Song Means What? Which is where we take your favorite songs, break down the lyrics to find out what they really mean. And we have my niece Abby back for another episode. Thank you for coming back.
Yes, of course.
The last one was crazy that we did. We did Blurred Lines. If you haven't watched it,
Go watch it because you need to know.
yeah. So in this one, we are breaking down the lyrics to Madonna's Papa Don't Preach. Now, you're a fan of the 80s, so I thought that I would, bring this song up because your mom and dad listened to the 80s a lot, and you say you kind of know the song?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know a lot of kind of like songs from the 80s. Like,
Okay.
Some lyrics here and there.
Gotcha. And Madonna's Papa Don't Preach, do you know much about it?
So not really.
Okay. With the title Papa Don't Preach, what do you think it's about?
I have no idea.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, I'll be surprised.
Okay. We'll just go right into it. All right, here we go. What do you think so far?
I think something happened with the boy, but I'm not sure. But she's like, "Don't be mad. Like, I'm not a baby anymore. She needs your help. Like she needs his help. She doesn't want him to be mad though, because like she's growing up, and she's not a little kid anymore.
Yeah.
So she's about to break the news. Something happened.
She's about to tell it all.
Yes.
Cool.
She got pregnant by the guy her dad had been warning her about, and she's decided to keep it. And she doesn't want her dad to tell her all like these stories, how bad of an idea. She doesn't want him preaching about how it's a bad decision.
So you being 17, you're very close with your parents.
Yes.
So let's just have a hypothetical situation here. If something like this were to happen, would this be something that you would be like, okay, Dad, I'm going to tell you this, but I don't want you to preach? Or would you be like, tell me everything, tell me that I told you so's? Or
I probably I don't want to hear it. Like,
okay,
it'd be like I already know like what I've got myself into. Like I'm very like self-aware and like reflective like thinker, so I don't I like dude I don't want to hear it. Like I already know.
So you would probably handle it like this too.
Yes, I feel like I just want his like input.
Yeah,
like, I already know, dude. Like,
well, because I know when the song came out, it caused a little controversy too. But
really?
Yeah, and I'll tell you later as the song goes on.
Okay.
Yeah. So all right. So yeah, we'll keep it going.
What I need right now is
So her friends are telling, she already has a plan.
Mhm.
It sounds like she and the guy have talked about it, and he's like,
Mhm.
no, 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 I'm not leaving. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna do
Yeah.
everything I can. And if you had watched the video, in the video, it's a really good video, very, very cinematic.
Mhm.
He works at a mechanic shop,
Mhm.
and I don't know if she's in school or what, but you see her with a lot of her friends all the
Mhm.
time. So he has a job, and and they still like each other a lot, and he likes
Yeah.
taking her out and stuff like that. So
I feel like that's kind of envy though, because like sometimes people don't really keep their promises.
that's
Because like a
true.
lot of guys are like, oh, I'm gonna stay with you, and then like they end up like leaving, or like they'll stay for a little bit, but
Yeah.
I would hope in her case he did stay.
Right.
Now I'm kind of like thinking, I'm like, would I let my dad like, kind of like be like, well, this and this and this, but I'm like, now I'm like, well, what would I do like,
Yeah.
in the situation?
Yeah. And then she says, and it almost seems like she's a little desperate, because she says, my friends, he's saying this, my friends are
Telling me to
saying
give it up,
this.
but like she's asking for his advice, which is kind of like weird. She's like,
Well, because she
yeah,
says, what I need right now is some good advice, and then she says,
like,
please,
yeah,
and then she goes into the
and then
chorus
she's
again.
like, don't preach, Papa, don't preach. Like, what do you?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, well,
Maybe she's just confused. Like,
yeah,
oh, maybe what she's saying is, can you just talk to me without preaching and just saying, hey,
yeah,
give me some good,
yeah,
here's some advice, but I'm not going to get mad at first and everything.
yeah,
But maybe he has kind of the right to, I guess, as her
yeah.
dad.
It's just like, it's kind of tough, I'm like, wow.
Yeah. All right. Well, there's more to the song,
Yeah.
so. So she did say, if you could only see how good he's been treating me, you'd give us your blessing, because we're in love.
Yeah, like.
So now, but what you said earlier, you say, well, yeah, he's telling her that right now, but is he gonna change his mind?
Yeah, like.
Do you think she's fooling herself, or is she thinking the same thing? Like, yes, he could, but Dad, right now things are good, so let's just base your advice on that. Or
I feel like she's almost just like kind of like really believing him for like her like self assurance.
mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. Like she's like telling her like really making herself believe all these things because she doesn't want to like think the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
Like, and I think she's also believing it because she really wants her dad like to not be mad.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean that's true too. Because I was saying earlier about the controversy that came out. There was a big article that came out after the song hit #1,
Really?
and the article was called "Should Papa Preach?"
Mm.
And it was like, well, that's a good debate to have. Should he or should he not?
I feel like because he's her father, of course, like he has the right to, but then I feel like at the same time she already has so much stress. Like, why add to it? But that is a very, like, I mean, it could go both ways.
Yeah, and on top of that, we haven't even talked about, she's made up her mind. I'm keeping the baby.
Yeah.
So there's no discussion of adoption, abortion, nothing. She's keeping it.
Yeah.
So.
And, like, she's not really, like, giving her father, like, not letting him give any input.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder how old she is during this, like.
Yeah.
That's, like, I feel like your age kind of, like,
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Well, just based on the video, I would say that she would be like early 20s.
Okay, so maybe.
Or like late teens, early 20s, because in the video she's, she's, it doesn't show her in school, but it shows her with like friends, like young friends.
Okay.
So I don't know, but I know she still lives at home with her dad, so there's that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I feel like if she's old enough to like take care of herself, like if like, but she lives with her dad. That's the thing. Like you're still under his roof,
right.
So.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if you like have it all figured out how you think you do, and you can like execute it.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's like that is like I can see why it was like very controversial.
Yeah, because it's deep. There's a lot of layers. There isn't just like a quick answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you think of the song?
I would not have guessed that, but I feel like I could definitely sing it, and I just wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't think that. Like I wouldn't be thinking about like how she's pregnant and all this. I'd be like, Papa,
don't preach.
Yeah.
I'm keeping my baby.
Yeah.
Now the one positive message I do get out of it, that's like a very good message, is it shows that she and her dad have a very close relationship, that she does know that she can communicate with him no matter what. She's like, just trying to steer the conversation a certain way.
I guess to go to him, like, like that's very hard. I feel like to break the news to somebody like that, Like,
yeah, I bet.
So, like,
especially because it looks like he's the dad and she's like his little girl, and and especially because it's the one he warned her about. Like, there's just all these things that conflict. It could be a movie.
Yeah.
The whole song could be a movie. But anyway, so there you have it.
Yeah.
That was Papa Don't Preach. Thank you very much for watching. Abby, thank you for being on another show of This Song Means What? Have a good day. See you next time.